with fans, arguments with managers, teammates, fights with teammates.
Was there anyone where he was ever like, I don't know, dude, good luck?
There's no better way to just hear it from the man himself. Rahimovic in the building from Goal USA. Welcome to another episode of The Rondo. We got a very special guest in the building. We got a legendary hammer right next to me, Anton Ferdinand. How you doing, my man?
I'm good, man. Firstly, thank you for having me. I feel privileged to be here.
You've had so many experiences in football and learned so much. Did you ever consider of having like a managerial career, especially when we talk about, you know, the lack of just black coaches in general in this sport? You know, for me growing up, representation of my community was so important for me. You know, watching the Premier League on the weekends, tapping into Fox Sports, seeing you play center back, seeing Carlton Cole play up top, like that was everything to me. So did you ever think about, you know, bringing these lessons, everything you learned to the game, into that role? My
biggest drive is, and thing that I love is mentorship. That's a big thing for me, you know, and I mentor. I'm not a qualified mentor. However, I mentor from a personal experience.
Yeah.
And everything that a footballer's going to go through, I've been through it on and off the pitch. Whether it's racism, whether it's arguments with fans, arguments with managers, teammates, fights with teammates, you know, social media abuse, which is massive now.
Oh my goodness.
I've been through all of that.
Yeah.
So I'm coming from a place of understanding the feeling, which to me is more important than a textbook.
I feel like in the UK, though, you guys have so much history and so much cultural moments when it comes to football that goes beyond social media.
For sure.
And one of the moments I kind of want to talk about actually is like the lack of just like, you know, in American soccer, the history and those legendary moments. And one of those legendary moments that you had was a 2-1 win for West Ham against Manchester United back in 2007. Can you tell us a little bit about that game and just scoring that game-tying goal for, you know, Matthew Upson to score the game winner, and what that was like playing against your brother, you know, coming up from the same community, same area, scoring against your bro, leaping over him, celebrating with the fans. Like, we don't have this type of culture in America, like when it comes to football, and it's just giving me goosebumps talking about it. So there's no better way to just hear it from the man himself.
Do you know what? I've got the picture of like when I scored that goal.
Yeah.
You know, it's up in my house. It's not up in Rio's house.
It's like right over the front
You know what I mean?
door.
I'm like, are you sure you don't want to put that one up? Like, come on,
Bro,
man.
be quiet. It's just a regular PL game.
You know?
Don't worry about it.
Christmas Day dinner at my place. put it right over the table.
Exactly. And then he puts his medals on the table and goes, well, where's your ones, Anton? But, you know, it's one of those things. So me and Rio, we speak a lot, but the week leading up to the game when we played against each other, we didn't speak.
No words.
No words, you know? And some of it was from the football side as a mentor for his younger brother. Like when I was playing against Thierry Henry, so to speak, or Didier Drogba.
Yeah.
Ree, how do you play against them? What's their strengths? How would I counteract that? How would I nullify Drogba's strengths? And he would go, Anton, he's stronger than you. Understand that and respect it. So don't get too tight to him. Yeah. Let him have his first touch, then hit his second. That's information, that's priceless information for a young person that's playing. So anyone listening to this, they should take that on board.
Yeah.
But when we was playing against Manchester United, I couldn't say like Wazza.
He's like, I'm not telling you.
How do I play against them? He's like, you think I'm going to tell you? Like, so we just didn't speak, you know. And I had a slight hamstring problem the week before, so I was on the bench for that game, and I was devastated. I was on the bench. All of our family were there. Like our siblings, younger siblings, had half and half shirts. One side West Ham, one side Manchester United.
Yeah. Who did your family root for?
They wanted a draw, man. They wanted a draw, but I spoiled it for them. You know? In a good way.
They're like, I just hope everybody has fun, man. Yeah.
And I came on. We were losing 1-0. I came on. The ball gets whipped in from Mark Noble, and I get above everyone, head it down into ground, into the goal. And the picture is of me. I'm like adulation in my face, like I'm getting ready to go, like yeah. And Rio's in the background with his hand up like that, and you can see he's fuming, and he's about to start swearing. You can see it in the picture, you know. And I just remember I remember it like it's just, I just went cold, and it was like wow, because my brother was my idol.
Yeah.
So to score against your idol,
yeah.
You know, and I'm in a massive game at Upton Park against Manchester United. Cristiano Ronaldo is playing, Wayne Rooney's playing.
Yeah.
You know, these are massive players. We score again, Matthew Upson scores, win the game 2-1. We win the game. Rio is fuming.
What's the first thing you said? Did he say something to you? Did you go up to him and were you like, good game, bro? Did you talk after the game?
No. Like he was he went straight down the tunnel, like didn't want
no jersey swap,
no family. Listen, if you go on Insta, if you go on Google and you type in pictures of me and Rio, That's the only game.
There's
no picture of me and him shaking hands after the game.
How
That's
long did it take
insane.
for you guys to talk afterwards?
I'll get to that. Yeah. So at Upton Park, as you go into the away dressing room, there used to be like a water dispenser. Just as you go in, there was 2 doors. One door, then a little bit where the water dispenser was, and another door into the dressing room. He smashed up the water dispenser. He was that upset.
Oh my goodness.
And obviously, all of our friends and families were there.
Yeah.
Do you think he came up to the box to see the friends and family? No.
Absolutely
He got
not.
straight on the coach, straight back to Manchester. Wouldn't pick up the phone to my mum, my dad, to nobody. Right? A few weeks later, he had calmed down. He was like, why didn't you come to the box? Everyone come to see us, man. Like, he went, Anton, couldn't stomach it. Like, if I come into that box, I know what I would have walked into. I would have seen you sitting there smirking, and I would have wanted to just get into it with you. Like, and he's right. I would have been there like, right. You know what I mean? I'm like, what happened, Ree, man? What happened? Like, you know, and it was just that brotherly rivalry, you know, that he wanted me, and don't get to it, he wanted me to do well. It's not against him.
Yeah, right, of course.
And that's what it was.
What was it like just defending a guy like CR7 coming up 2007 on his way to winning a Ballon d'Or? I think, was it that season? Or was it the season after?
It might have been the season after.
Oh, the season after. What were you seeing in CR7? What were some of his traits in that game that just, you know, made him stand out above the rest of the wingers in the league at that time?
He wasn't as direct. He was direct in terms of doing skills and an out-and-out winger. So he didn't really come up against me, so to speak. But what you saw with him, and obviously speaking with Rio, was a dedication like no other. You know, so any kids watching this, like, you want to be the best player you can possibly be, you have to dedicate yourself to the sport. You know, there's no shortcuts. You can't do that. And the reason why, for me, he's the best, when people have this argument around who's the better player, him or Messi, I always say the GOAT is Cristiano Ronaldo. And the reason why I say that is because I know how hard it is to get to the top of the game.
Yeah, of course.
But for someone who, by the way, he wasn't the Cristiano we end up seeing. Messi's been Messi, and it's a natural God-given talent that he's got, and he's been that from minute one.
You see the videos of him when he was like 8, and he's
I'm
the
saying.
same. Yeah, he was just
He's
like
been
that.
that from minute one all the way to still now. However, Cristiano wasn't, and everything that we see, he's worked so hard. I'm not saying Messi doesn't work hard, but he's drawn every ounce of his ability and talent out of himself through hard work to become Cristiano Ronaldo, the GOAT that we see now. And that's the reason why, for me, his wasn't natural ability. He had to work at it. And I understand how hard it is to do that. You know, so that's why for me, and he's done it everywhere he's been.
Nah, man, and literally he's still playing now. Like, we're talking about Cristiano Ronaldo potentially starting in the World Cup next year. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, do you know how crazy that is? Like,
It is.
If you look at the lineup between you guys playing in that game in 07 and look at who's still playing right now, would you say he's the last one?
He is. That's probably the only one, yeah.
The only one still playing if you look at that roster.
My back hurts after like a 30-minute five-a-side game, and I'm like 24. So the fact that he's like ready to go hoop in the World Cup is crazy. Man.
It's
crazy,
yeah,
huh?
yeah.
Legend for sure.
I'm curious. All right, so you say your brother would give you tips about marking some guys. You're both defenders.
Yeah.
Was there anyone where he was ever like, I don't know, dude, good luck?
No. Call me biased, but my brother's the best.
Yeah.
You always had solutions.
Yeah.
And advice to give, and I think that's why I'm so big on mentoring as well, because I know how much it helped me.
Absolutely.
You know, and to have somebody at the end of my phone line who's doing it at the highest level and is arguably the best in the world in his position, in our position, to give me advice on players. There was no one that he ever said, I don't know how to cope with them. The only one that probably would have been, but I didn't get to play against him, was probably R9, Ronaldo.
That's what everybody says. When we talk to fans, people still rate him super highly, but never like the highest highs. When we talk to players, they're like, dude, he was unreal.
Joke.
Yeah.
He's the only player that I've seen take Rio to the cleaners.
Yeah.
Only player.
What was that, in 2002 World Cup?
No.
Before that?
In the Champions League, Real Madrid.
Oh, when he scored a hat trick at Old Trafford?
At Old Trafford.
Yeah.
Got a standing ovation.
At that point, you just got to respect it.
Bro,
You can't be mad.
Bro, and the goals that he was scoring too in that game were class. Like, I remember he slapped one from outside the 18 where it just it just dipped right in. Oh my
unbelievable,
goodness, bro. It's unbelievable. But like, thank you so much, brother, for coming on the Rondo today. Talk about your experiences in the game. From me to you, man, it's an honor and privilege to have you here. Just talk about your insight in the game, and this is invaluable to our audience, to our community. So thank you so much, brother.
No problem. Thank you for having me.